Let's come to a comfortable seat and let your eyes softly come to close. And just let the weight of your body drain down to your seat. So think about, bring all your attention to your seat. And think of, on your next inhale, allow the crown of the head to float upward toward the ceiling. And as you do that, just snuggle the shoulders back a little bit on top of the back. So you're going to feel a little bit of an arch in the lower back as you do that, just lifting the shoulders and placing them on the back. And on your exhale, think of the belly drawing in, belly button in toward the spine. And think of pushing the breath out through the mouth, but a little tuck of the tailbone downward. So maybe feeling the glutes connect a little bit more easily. And maybe you're feeling the pillow that you're sitting on, or the block, or maybe the ground. And let your mind just follow the breath in through the nose. And notice what's going on inside yourself. So let the eyes be softly closed. And whatever's going on, just kind of allow yourself to create a space for it. Whatever feelings, whatever the body's feeling, whatever the mind is shooting out there, whatever emotions, just think of creating a space for it to be. And then let your breath kind of surround it. So the fullness of the breath surrounding whatever feelings you might be having, whatever your body is feeling, whatever your mind is telling you, just let the breath surround it. And think of it as a buffer, the breath as a buffer and a cushion. And allow yourself just to be exactly the way you find yourself. And let the body weight just come to settle. And let the fingers just fan open. And let the pads of the fingers lightly touch and the edges of the palms. And let there be space for the rest of the hand. So we're not pressing down. We're just resting. Their fingers are tented. And then think about that left shoulder. As you inhale, just pull the shoulder forward, lift it up by the ear, and draw it back and down as you exhale. And feel the difference in that side than the other side. And then do the same with the right. So inhale, move it forward and lift it as you inhale, and draw it back and down as you exhale. And we'll do that 2 more times on each side. So inhale, a little snuggle of that left shoulder forward and let it lift, like you can imagine touching the earlobe, and then draw it back and down, and let the elbow get heavy as you do that. And then right shoulder, move it forward and lift it. And as you exhale, draw it back and down. And one more time. So left shoulder, let it snuggle forward and lift. And exhale, back and down. And then the other side again. So inhale, lift. And exhale, draw it back and down. Now take one hand and rest it, the back of the hand on your thigh, and then rest the other hand on top of it. And let the tips, the very tips of the thumbs, just lightly touch. So if the thumbs are pressing, the pads of the thumbs are pressing, move the hands off to each side. So just the tip, the edge of the tip of the thumb touches each side. Take another breath in. Imagine the bottom of your chin becoming level with the mat in front of you and below you. And let the crown of the head float up a little higher. And let the shoulders snuggle back and down. Think of the elbows getting heavy. And then let go of the weight in the thighs. Let the thigh muscles just kind of soften, and let the body weight land. And another full breath in, full breath out. So Brian wrote us a little piece about balance. There are many areas of life that have to be balanced. The definition of what constitutes balance is unique for each person. Personal needs, family, friends, work, recreation, and community are among the elements that have to be addressed. One's interpretation of balance changes with age as priorities shift. There are various phases that you go through as you get older. What's important to you when you're in your 20s may not be significant in your 60s. Allow your sense of balance to change with your priorities. When your life is out of balance, stress and frustration levels rise. Your life is out of balance when your priorities are not aligned with your conscience. How much time and energy should be devoted to each component? Should one aspect be sacrificed for another? There is no specific answer. You have to identify what's right for you. Keep your life in balance. Don't neglect that which is most important to you. Cherish those areas that are irreplaceable. So in this time when we feel so out of balance, everything is out of balance, where we have this confinement, where we're kind of forced to be and to stay in, to be in, to stay away from people, to keep our distance. And a lot of us, that's really hard for a lot of us. And it causes all these disturbances inside of us because it's not what we want. So what's really important to you right now? And maybe it's to stay connected to your family. I know it's really hard to be away from the grandkids and to worry about them in this time, but there's so much opportunity, right? There's so much opportunity with the phones. We could do FaceTime. We can get together on this thing called Zoom. You can even do that with your family. So maybe in this time where we're feeling really shaky, where things are really shaky, we can really know what's become more acquainted with what is really important to us and find a way to stay connected to that. So let's open the eyes and bring the palms to the heart and let the elbow tips move out to the side. Look at your hands. I want you to tense your fingers and to push the pads of the fingers together. So like there's a ball in between your palms, and just push the pads of the fingers into each other. And then think about pressing the hands together, drawing the elbows closer to the side body, and really press the palms together. And think about lifting the fingertips up, and then as you exhale, drive the elbow tips down and bring the thumbs closer to the heart space and let the crown of the head float up. So create a really long spine. As we inhale, we're going to open the elbows out, tent those fingers again, pads of the fingers pressing, and then separate the arms and the hands and lift your chin and your chest and look up. Now turn your palms and bring your fingers behind you, on the floor behind you. And again, press down to the pads of the fingers, push your chest forward and lift your chin. And draw the head back and think about creating a stretch in the front of the neck. So it's like our back is really arched here. And I want you to think of, as on the next exhale, as the belly draws in, we're going to bring those hands back to the knees and round the shoulders and tuck the chin. And really tuck strongly so the back of the neck stretches. Think of the belly button drawing into the spine and feel the roundness of the back and the shoulders. And then inhale, let the arms open again and draw the back of the hands toward the back of the room and let your fingers spread and reach and let your heart space push forward. And then land the pads of the fingers, pressing down to the pads of the fingers. Create that arch again. So let the belly push forward, then the chest, then the chin, then the back of the head lifts. Snuggle the shoulders back. And we're breathing the whole time here. So it's not just the inhale and the exhale. So we're going to continue with the inhale and the exhale, but we're creating a deeper arch in the back. Now next inhale, release the fingers off the floor, bring the hands forward to the knees, start to tuck the chin, start to draw the belly in and really round the back. And we're going to continue with the inhale again. So think of that inhale coming in and feel it at the back now, at the roundness of the back. And then exhale. Think about drawing in just a little bit more and tucking a little bit more. And then one more time, inhale, let the arms open, slowly bring the back of the arms, back of the hands toward the back of the room, and then land the pads of the fingers and keep breathing and keep creating the arch in the back. So pressing down to the fingers, maybe feeling the outer edges of the legs and the knees connected, and lift the chin and feel the stretch in the front of the neck. And all the time, inhaling and exhaling. On the next inhale, release the hands again to the knees. And as you exhale strongly, tuck the belly in, tuck the chin, round the shoulders a little bit more. Create that stretch in the upper back as well here. And then palms on the thighs, let the shoulders stack again. Now inhale, look to the right, pads of the fingers on the mat. And then look to the left, pads of the fingers on the mat. So shoulders, we're spider fingers here. Shoulders are square. Lift your chest and chin again, creating the arch. It's a little less intense because we're really long here. As you exhale, see if you can land the palms and tuck and round. As you inhale, lift onto the pads of the tips of the fingers again and lift up. So creating the arch by the movement of the spine, not so much forward and back now. And exhale, landing the pads of the fingers and maybe the palms as you tuck and round. Inhale, press the tips of the fingers open and lift the chest again. Really feel the arch of the back. And then last time, exhaling, tuck and round. When you come back up, pads of the fingers, square those shoulders. Look to your right hand. Move the hand, slide to the right a little bit. Let your fingers move a little more to the right. Now look to the left hand, extend the arm. So the arm is straight from the shoulder and the palm is facing forward and the fingers are spread. Reach through those fingers. Now as you inhale, turn the palm towards you as the arm lifts up. Maybe that right palm lands. And let your elbow be bent, that left elbow, and bend that right elbow and reach the arm slowly over the head. And then exhale. Think about landing the weight in the palm of that resting hand and drive that left knee down to the mat. So feel the resistance as you press the knee down and you reach through the left hand. Now inhale, lift that left arm back up and looking to the left, lean to the left a little bit so that your fingertips, pads of the fingers rest. And then look to the right, extend through that right arm. So from the shoulder to the elbow to the fingertips in a straight line. Now think about turning the palm, bending the elbow, turn the palm towards you, look up at it as the arm reaches slowly over the head. And then maybe land the left palm, bending that left elbow. Think about your shoulders heavy and reach. Press the right leg down now and feel the resistance as you reach to the right to the left with the right arm and you press down to the right with the right leg. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now inhale, look to your left knee and land your right hand on the floor in front of you. And just come onto the pads of both fingers. Think about turning your whole upper body to the left a little bit. And then exhale, let the elbows bend and let your chin lower toward that left knee. Inhale, press into the fingers, lift long. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower the chin. Inhale, lift up long back, long spine. Exhale, bend the elbows and bring the chin toward the knee. One more time, inhale, rise up. Exhale. Now stay here. Walk your hands around to the other side. So come forward, hands are on the floor, and then walk to the right. So right hand moves to the right edge of your mat, and then onto the mat, and left hand stays on the floor. Now lift up long and turn to your whole upper body to the right, and then exhale. Let the elbows bend, let the chin travel toward that right knee. Inhale, press into the fingers, long arms, long spine, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bend the elbows and lower. Two more times, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, softly fold, chest toward that thigh, chin toward the knee. Last time, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, soften. Now walk your hands back onto the floor. So both hands on the floor. Get wide. Be on with spider fingers. And then let the elbows bend. Let the chin come toward that floor. Inhale. Press into the fingers. Get long. Arms long. Spine long. Exhale. Tuck the chin. And let your head come toward the floor. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Lower. Inhale. Lengthen. Stay within your space. So how low you go doesn't matter. I want you to feel the lengthening and the movement and the stretch. Next inhale. Come back up. Bring your hands back to the mat, to the legs, and then beside you, and stretch both legs out. So if you're sitting on something, slide off of it and find about hip width distance between your feet. And flex those feet really strongly. Let your palms just come to rest. So lean to the right, lift your left hip, land your right hand, lean to the left, lift your right hip, and just rock. Think of your shoulders, keep them square, keep the feet flexed, and just lean back, leaning side to side, so reaching side to side. Now when you come back to center, we're going to draw that left hip back a little bit and then draw the right hip back. So the movement is forward and back now with the legs. Inhale, to lift that left hip, move the seat back a little bit, and then the other side, right hip, move the seat back a little bit. Then slide the fingers to be on the outside of each knee and start to point your toes for a moment. Just point and stretch out the top of the feet. Roll the shoulders, get them on top of the back, and then flex the feet again. Bring your hands to your knees. They're just cupping the kneecap. Lift up nice and long, close the eyes, and real strong flexion. So feel your heels pressing toward the opposite wall. Feel the crown of the head reaching up and your spine nice and long. And the shoulders are just anchored there. Now, as you exhale, really strongly draw the belly in to push the breath away. Move forward from the hip crease and bring your hands to the shins. And if your eyes are open, just gaze softly at your heels. And then inhale, slide the hands back to the knees, get up nice and long, shoulders stacking again. And exhale, lean forward from the belly first with a long spine, then slide the hands to the shins again. And again, inhale, hands back to the knees as the body gets long and spine gets long, and then exhale, leaning forward. Maybe this time you slide to the ankles. Maybe you can reach your toes. Maybe just pull the big toes towards you a little bit. And just get that stretch in the legs. From here, release the hands beside you. And we're going to come to lie on our mat. So just think first about rolling down, hugging the knees in. Keep your head lifted. Cross one ankle over the other. And just rock a little side to side. Just kind of soothe your back. Keep the legs together. See if you can connect your thighs and your chest and just rock. So head is lifted. Now think about wrapping the arms around the outer edges of the legs. So maybe you'll just grab your wrists, maybe you'll grab your elbows and keep rocking with the head lifted. Think about relaxing the shoulders a little bit, but I'm hugging in those thighs so they're connected. Then think about sliding the hands to the knees as the head comes down and let your shoulder blades land. Keep the thighs close and keep rocking just a little side to side. We're going to start to slip the hands behind the thighs and keep the ankles crossed. Doesn't matter which one's on top. Stretch the legs up, flex the feet, reach the heels toward the ceiling, and it's still rocking a little side to side. Think about your shoulder blades, so let them land. So think about drawing one shoulder away from the floor and then letting the shoulder blade land, and then the other side. Same movement. And then uncross the ankles, flexing the feet, and come to be still. So hands behind the thighs. Lift your head, tuck your chin. Really flex, reach the heels up to the ceiling. I want you to slide your hands up and down the leg. So come to the calf with both palms on the calf and slide down to the back of the thigh. I want you to flex really strongly and just rub the back of the legs here. And I want you to think about that there's a wall there. Right now, we're not connected to it, but I want you to draw the legs toward you as you reach up for those calves, and as you come back down to the thighs, let the legs move away. And then when you come back down to the back of the thighs again, I want you to really reach and extend through the heels, and in your mind, I want you to feel the heel touch the wall, imaginary wall. And I want you to imagine that I've placed a blanket, a folded blanket on the top of your feet, and you're balancing it. You're balancing it. So your legs are together, your ankles are touching, and your feet are strongly flexed, and your feet are touching. Now let your arms lift straight up toward the ceiling, and lift the shoulders, lift the shoulders. And as you exhale, let the thumbs reach over the head, maybe finding the floor. And then think about reaching those fingers, tucking your chin. And then let your hands move away from each other, and let the arms land, and let the palms stay upward, and curl the fingers. So arms out to the side. Now, can you feel your shoulders and your triceps and your elbows and your forearms and the back of your hands? If you can't, move them a little closer toward the body, or move them a little further away. Where do they land on the mat, on the floor? Now think of that wall. Reach up through your heels and rest the outer edges of your heels on that wall. And think of that blanket. It's resting on the sole of the feet. We're balancing it. It's not really heavy, but we don't want it to fall. So we're flexing the feet and we're balancing it. Take a deep breath in and let go of some of that tension in your body. So let your shoulders land. Let your arms land. Let your back of the hands land. Now think about bending that left knee and step that foot on the floor very slowly. And the heel is as close as you can get it to your tail. And keep that right foot flexed. It's holding that blanket. Take a deep breath in and feel how you can balance here. Feel your balance. Allow the weight of the body to settle, and feel how the whole back and the arms and the head and the way that you've arranged your body is creating balance here. Now lift that left knee again and flex the foot and place that foot underneath that blanket. So touch the feet together, flex strongly, reach up through both heels, and then slowly bend the right knee and step that foot down. Try and get your heels close, that right heel close to your seat, and really balancing now with that left foot. So the leg is long and strong, and the upper body is connected and grounded and balanced. One more breath here. From here, we're going to bend that right knee again. Step that right foot underneath that blanket. Bring those feet to touch. Now I'm going to take the blanket away. So feel the weight of the blanket leave the soles of the feet. Bring the hands behind the thighs again. Hug the thighs in as you bend the knees. Cross the ankles. Let the knees get wide. So right knee points to the right shoulder, left knee to the left shoulder. So hands on the kneecap. Now start to rock side to side. And let your hands be supporting your knees. And let your back and your shoulders stay connected to the floor. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now, when we uncross the ankle, I want you to step that right foot on the floor and bring your left arm on the inside of that left leg and grab your ankle and flex your foot, left foot. And then think about pulling the leg down, pull the thigh down to the floor. Now, right here, let it rest heavily on your right hip. Now, if you can, lift your head, grab your left big toe with the first two fingers of your left hand. And as you lower your head, pull down on that foot. so that your thigh seems to drop just a little bit lower. Foot is flexed. Now think about stretching that left leg up in the air. And then elbow on the inside of the knee, bend the knee and pull down again. And then stretch it up again. Stretch the leg long and then bending the knee. So the knee is open out a little bit so the elbow stays on the inside as you bend. And then stretch the leg one more time and then bend the knee. And think about dropping down that thigh. It's lowering just a little bit more. Now lift your right foot, slide your leg long, flex that foot. Now I want you to think about lifting that right hand, grab the sole of that left foot and bring your left hand to the knee and draw that your left heel toward the right groin area of your leg. So the knee it's angled. There's an angle here. And we're supporting the hand and the knee on the knee, and we're flexing that foot. So our right hand's on the flexed sole of the right foot. Hug the leg in. Lift your head, look to your foot. Relax your shoulders as you do that. And then maybe hook your elbow, your left elbow around that knee and hug that leg in just a little bit tighter. Now from here, bring the arm on the inside of the leg again. First two fingers grab the big toe. Bring the right palm to the floor. Bring your head to the floor and lift that left leg up in the air again. So bending the elbow, bring that thigh closer to the floor. So knee is open, knee is open. The left elbow is pushing into that inside of that left leg as you flex that foot and pull down. Happy baby, just on this side. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath. From here, we're going to stretch the leg back up. So stretch it back up. So maybe your knee stays bent, or maybe you stretch the leg. How does your shoulder feel? How does your hamstring feel? So think about it. Try to stretch. If your hamstring's too tight or your shoulder is stretching up too high, a little bend in the knee. From here, we're going to release the hand, hug the knee in, bring the right knee in, cross the other ankle on top, have the knees wide, rock from side to side. So heaviness of the upper body. So think about your breath. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, let the body weight land. Upper body, feel the ground. Feel the ground. So the shoulder blades, the whole upper back, the tailbone. And as you rock, maybe one elbow lands and then the other, and the back of the arms even land. One more time, back and forth. Then we're going to uncross the ankles and step that left foot down. Now open your right knee, bring the right arm on the inside, with the first two fingers, grab the big toe, flex the foot, and position the foot up to the ceiling. So if you can't grab your big toe, start with the ankle and flex. And feel how much space you can create. So think about lifting your head, look up to your foot. As you lift your head, you can reach your arm a little bit longer and maybe grab the big toe with the first two fingers. As you exhale, let the head land, let the shoulder land, let the fingers pull the toe down. Think of openness in the knee, openness in the knee. So your left hand can rest on your left hip. Now think about lifting the toes of that left foot, slide your heel along the mat, get your left leg long, and then think about maybe stretching the right leg up in the air, and then bending the knee again, and then stretching, and then bending, and then only go as far as you're able, and then bend again, and then think about your right shoulder. It's getting really heavy and it's pulling down toward the floor, and your foot is being pulled, and your thigh is getting a little bit closer. Now we're going to take that left hand and we're going to bring our left hand to the sole of that flexed right foot and our right hand to that right knee, supporting the knee. And we're going to angle our leg so our heel is about on the floating over that left side, that left groin area. And then lift your head, float it up, pull the leg towards you, and relax the shoulders. So looking up, chin lifted, pull the leg in. Now take that right arm again, bring it on the inside, grab the big toe with the first two fingers, bring the left hand to the mat to the floor, drop your head, and then lift your foot up, flexing and finding happy baby again with the right on the right side. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Feel the heaviness of the shoulders. So there's this contradiction, right? When we let our body feel heavy and all the weight settles, and when the ground takes the weight, the body gets lighter. One more breath here. Now we're going to stretch the leg up again. So maybe you're going to bring that leg nice and long and reach your heel, or maybe you're going to have a little bend in the knee. So now the elbow is in line with the knee. The front of the elbow is right in front of the knee as you stretch the leg up. And maybe there's a little bend, and maybe you're stretching and bending. So find your space, find your space. So we're doing a lot more walking, right? Maybe we're pacing, maybe we're walking. What are we calling it? Pacing or walking? So whatever it is, just get rid of some of that tension in your legs, in your hips, in your mind. And then open the knee again and bend that left leg, and let's come bend to happy baby on both sides. So maybe your heels are touching and your elbows are in a little bit inside, but they're toward the front of the knees. Or maybe you can get wide, flex the feet, get those elbows on the inside of the legs, and think of pulling down those toes and rocking. So where's happy baby for you? Maybe your hands are on your ankles. Some people like to bring your arms on the inside of the leg and bring the hands on the outside by the outer edge of the leg, the fingers, and that feels good too. So you don't have to have your big toe. Some people like the outer edges of the feet. So we're going into our happy baby that feels the best for us. Some people like the inner edges of their feet. So what feels the best for you? And just rock a little side to side. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Couple more breaths here. Now, as we release this, we're coming back to balance again. So bring the hands to the back of the thighs, bring the legs to touch, reach up through the heels, rock the feet towards you and away from you, forward and back. We're trying to find that wall again. So flexing the feet, think of that heel lightly touching the wall. Now let's release this time, release the arms out to the side, palms up. Let your fingers stay curled. So the back of the hands are on the floor. The arms, the triceps, the shoulders, the shoulder blades. Rock your head a little side to side. I'm going to place that blanket on the top of the feet again. So push up into the blanket. Feel the weight of it, because I'm placing 2 blankets now, so it feels a little heavier. Find the balance of the legs holding that blanket. Let your upper body and the back of the arms and the whole spine connect to ground. Feel the lightness of the upper body and the strength and balance of the lower body. Deep breath in, deep breath out. This breath in, this breath out. One more breath. From here, just bend that left knee, step the foot down. Bend the right knee, step the foot down. Lift your heels and tiptoe the ball of the foot a little bit inwards so your heels and your legs come a little closer. Now press your heels down. Bring the hands to the thighs and slide them down to your hips. Bring your hands to the belly and let the elbows move out a little bit to each side. Spread your toes and land them. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, push the belly in and let the breath leave the body. Feel the lower back get pressed into the floor. And then inhale. Relax the lower back. Let the hands be moved by the breath, the belly pushing into the hands. And then exhale. Push out the breath. Use your hands. Push the belly in. Tuck the tail up. Press the back into the floor. Inhale. Let the back relax. Let your glutes relax. Let the belly push into the hands now. And then exhale. Gently push into the belly with the fingers and let your tail tuck up and press the back. From here, open the arms out, palms up. Open the knees out to each side and bring your feet to touch. Now the feet are close, so it's going to feel, you're going to be a little lifted a little bit more. So keep that lift. Just let the soles of the feet connect. Rock the left knee and then the right knee, and let your back stay connected. Let your arms fan open. Let your shoulders stay connected. Let your fingers stay curled, and let the back of the hands stay connected. Now just let both legs hang open here. So you might feel a little tighter because our heels are closed. Just let that be. Just let that be. And let the knees just start to drop open all by themselves. So feel the weight on the inner thighs, that pressure on the inner thighs. Let your glutes get heavy. Let your your back get heavy. Let your arms be heavy. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now, soles of the feet lightly touching. I want you to slide the edges of the feet away from you and let the legs open a little bit more. So feel that. And feel how the inner thighs start to soften. Take a deep breath in. So fullness of the breath, fullness of the inhale, fullness of the exhale. Now, one more time, move your feet away a little bit more and let the knees and the legs open a little bit more here. Relax the tension in the shoulders, wiggle the fingers, shake your head a little side to side. Fullness of the breath. Now bring the knees up. You're on your heels. Slide your heels. Let your legs get long. Flex your feet. Keep reaching through the heels. Just reach to the heels. Feel the back of the legs stretch. Feel the toes reaching toward you. Now inhale, arms reach up, straight up to the ceiling. Reach those fingers. As you exhale, tuck the chin. Bring the thumbs to the floor. If the thumbs can't reach, interlace your hands and just reach through the fingertips. Now start to point and reach. Point the toes and reach through the fingers. Feel the whole body lengthen and stretch. One more breath here. Now flex your feet, bend your elbows, bring your hands beside you, bend your knees, step your feet on the floor, walk your feet in so your heels are connected to the floor. Now think about knees over ankles. So your knee over your ankle. Feel that. And then bring your palms down. Bring your shoulders down. Tuck the chin. Now inhale, press into the feet. Lift your hips. Tuck that chin. Press the shoulders down. Press the toes down. Lift up higher. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Feel that space get bigger underneath the body. Press into those hips. Lift up nice and high. Now we're going to hold this, hold it. So plant the toes. Inhale, arms over the head, tuck the chin. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat, lift higher. Inhale, arms over the head, tuck your chin. Exhale, hands to the mat, maybe lift up higher. Now on your next exhale, lower the back slowly. Bring the feet off the floor, knees into the chest. Lift your head, wrap your arms around the legs. Maybe grab the wrists, hug the thighs in. Maybe wrap the arms a little tighter, grab the elbows, rock from side to side. Deep breath in, deep breath out. From here, we're going to bring your hands to the knees, roll to the left. Use your right hand, push yourself up to sit. And we're going to come to hands and knees for a moment. So I want you to think about if you need something underneath your knees. So if you do, use your mat, fold your mat, and use it as padding. So spread your fingers and bring your shoulders right over those wrists. And then look back at your knees, move your knees back, press the top of the feet into the floor. So I'm not saying your toes, I'm saying the top of your feet. The toes will press, but I don't want your toes to be pressing and the foot lifted. I want you to feel the top of your foot. And then adjust your hands so that your shoulders are right over those wrists. Now just lift your tail. Just lift your tail, not your chin. Lift your tail, arch the back. Keep the hands pressing, keep the feet pressing. And then tuck your tail as you exhale. Just the tail, we're just moving the tail. Inhale, lift the tail, let the back arch. Exhale, tuck the tail, let the back round. The very little movement in the shoulders. So lift the tail, create the arch, keep pressing in the top of the feet. Exhale, tuck and round. Now start to think about lifting your chin as you inhale. And as you exhale, tuck the chin and let the upper back start to move now as well. Keep pressing those toes. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round. Think about the belly hanging and there's a really strong arch in the back as the tail lifts. And exhale, round the back, round those shoulders, upper back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Now come back to the flat back. Press your seat to your heels. Don't move your hands. Press your seat to the heels. Rock side to side, side to side. So feel your glutes right on your heels. Now we're going to take that right hand and move it off to the right. We're going to take that left hand and move it to the floor as well. So you feel a stretch on your left side. Slide the hands away. Bring the knee and the chin toward each other. Deep breath in. Try and keep your arms long. So think about your arms are not touching the floor unless you're really, really, really flexible here. We want to keep the length in the arms. So we feel that nice stretch on the left side of the body. And our feet is still touching the heels if we can. Inhale and exhale. Now walk your hands back onto the mat. Don't move your seat away from your heels. Slide your palms forward. Drop the head between the ears, between the arms. Feel the shoulders stretch. So it's like pressing the palms away and we're pressing our tail toward our heels. Nice stretch of the spine. Now inhale, look up towards your hands. Bring the left hand all the way onto the floor and then bring the right hand to meet it. So the whole upper body moves to the left and then let your hands slide away. Let your chin go down toward the nape. Feel the stretch on the right side. Deep breath in, deep breath out. This breath in, this breath out. One more breath here. Now inhale, come back onto the mat. This time, pads of the fingers, tiptoe the fingers away. Keep your seat pressing. So look to your hands. They're moving forward like little spiders moving forward. Now bring your palms down. Press the seat to the heel. Drop the ears below the arms. Press the top of the foot. Whole top of the foot. Press the toes. Now inhale. Lift onto the knees. Bring the chest and chin forward. Drop your belly toward the mat. Lift your chest up. Nice arch in the back. Press into the top of the feet. Now lift your knees. Extend a little bit longer. Feel your elbows hugging in. Engage the belly. Nice long stretch here. As you exhale, land your knees. Press your seat to the heels. Don't move your hands. Drop the ears below. In between those arms, rock your seat side to side. And then inhale, rise up again, hugging the elbows in, bringing the chest and chin forward and up. Lift the knees again. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then drop your knees. This time, tuck your toes. Press your seat to the heels. From here, we're going to come up. Keep your toes tucked. Come up and stack your shoulders here. So hands on the thighs just for a moment. So let's take a stretch in those toes. Bring your hands to the top of the heel. Get your spine nice and long. And then we're going to step our right foot forward. So when you step your right foot forward, I don't want you to be right on your left knee. So look at your left knee. If your thigh is really straight, bring your hands to the mat, tuck your left toes and lift your knee and slide your toes back. So don't drag your knee. Lift your knee, slide your toes back. And then bring both hands to that right leg. Press into that thigh, lift up your chest. Now, bring your hands a little bit in mid-thigh, interlace your fingers, press down, and push your knee forward. So think about my hand, it's right in front of your knee. I want you to push down on the thigh and push your knee forward. Lift your chin, lift your chest. So a little bit of an arch in the back. It's the top of your left foot pressing, top of the toes. Now release the arms back, fingers reaching toward the back heel. Lift your chest and chin. Now inhale, palms face forward, lift the arms up by the ears and drive the thumbs back, pinkies up. Now exhale, bring that left hand to your knee, right hand turns and goes around the back and support your lower back here. Now push into my hand again, push that knee into my hand and turn a little bit deeper into your twist. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now inhale, reach the arms back up, come back to neutral. Exhale, bring the fingers down right under your shoulders. Keep your foot connected, press that right foot into the floor, just stretch your leg. Now tips of the fingers, look forward and up. So think about moving the belly away from the thigh here as the leg is stretched. Then bring your hands out to the edges of the mat and bend the elbows and lower the chin toward the knee. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lower the chin toward the knee. One more time, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lower. From here, bend your knee, tuck the back toes, lift that leg for a moment, and then walk your hands under your shoulders and stretch both legs. So reaching through that left heel, pressing that right foot into the floor. Look forward, look forward. Try and think of getting a long spine here, and then exhale, chin to the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the elbows, chin to the knee. Inhale, one more time. Exhale. Now bend that right knee, step your left foot forward, step the right foot back. So from here, knee over ankle, left knee over ankle, slide your right heel and your toes, slide them back so you are going to come to a long back leg, and then land your knee. Flat on the top of those right toes. So it's not just the toes. So if you're just on the toes, your foot is lifted. I want you to press your top of your foot down. And then bring both hands onto that left leg and press your chest away. And then bring your hands about mid-thigh, maybe interlace those fingers and press into that thigh. Now think of my hand, push your knee into my hand and lift your chest and chin. Should feel a nice stretch. This is a nice stretch for our psoas muscle. And we're maybe doing a lot of sitting now. So this muscle really gets tight. So press and lift your chest and chin. Press the top of those right toes. Don't lose the toes. Now reach the arms back, palms facing each other, fingers reaching toward the back foot, chest and chin lifted. Keep pushing that knee into my hand. Now inhale, lift the arms up by the ears and reach long through the fingers. Now bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee, left hand behind the back. Support the back, snuggle your shoulder, bring your chin, come into your twist. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath here. So this is leaving a little balance here. Feel the front foot, spreading those toes, landing, feel the foot land. Feel the back foot, the top of the foot, the whole foot pressing down. Snuggle the shoulders, let them get heavy. Let that left elbow point back, right elbow. Rest that right arm resting on that front knee. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now, as you come back, lift your arms up. Take that stretch as you exhale. fingers to the mat, shoulders over wrist. Now press your left leg long, keep the foot connected, and think about lifting your chest, lift the belly away from the thigh, and then exhale, bend the elbows, chin to the knee. Inhale, press into the fingers, exhale, bend the elbows, chin to the knee. Inhale, lift, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. From here, we're going to bring that knee forward and tuck the back toes and lift that leg. So find a nice lunge here. And then we're going to walk our hands under the shoulders and stretch both legs. So look back at your right foot, your hip width distance, your heel is reaching. Left foot is connected to the mat. Now pads of the fingers, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, chin to the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. Now start to lift and bend that knee. Step that right foot forward. Bring your hands to your shins, create a long back. Bring your hands to your thighs, stack your shoulders, and roll yourself up. So we're going to come to stand. So stand at the front of your mat, and we're going to shake out, shake out. So shake the hands first, and then the wrist, and then the arms, and just rock a little side to side. Think about lifting your feet, finding some balance here. So from here, I want you just to find your hands on your hips and start to make a little circle. So your seat is creating that movement, and then the belly pushes forward. So knees start to soften. So knees are a little soft, and let the body move in this circle. So start to think about your shoulders. They're probably tight. Let them get a little looser and just create the movement. So leaning forward and then swinging the hips back, and then bringing the belly forward, and let the shoulders start to respond. From here, we're going to inhale, arms up, exhale. Inhale, arms up, exhale. Inhale, inhale. One more time, inhale. Now we're going to start to fold, so hands on the thighs. So bring your feet about hip width here. Hands on the thighs. Look forward, slide your hands to your knees, and then look straight down. Now, think about shifting the weight into the toes. So a little nudge of the head forward. So the back of the legs are getting straighter as you do that. So if your seat points back, then the legs are not straight. So we want to move the head forward and think of a long neck, long spine, and think of your tail lifting and stretch your hamstrings. Then slide your fingers to your shins, and then start to tuck the chin and slide the fingers to the ankles. Now I want you to bend your knees here, and bend your knees so deep that your belly rests right on your thighs, and let your fingertips just kind of brush the mat. Now we're going to just slide the fingertips on the mat, just slide the hands forward and back. So they're really light. They're heavy, but they're getting lighter. They're feeling lighter. Now inhale, drop your tail, and exhale, let the weight land on the feet. Now we're going to inhale, sweep the arms back and up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. Now walk both hands to the left. So try and keep your seat from twisting. So turn from the upper body and bring your left hand behind your calf, bring your right hand to the ankle, and turn your chin. And then inhale, come back to neutral, and exhale, move to the right. So right hand behind the calf, left hand on the ankle, and start to turn your chin. Inhale, sweep the arms around to the other side. Left hand behind the ankle, right hand. Left hand behind the calf, right hand behind the ankle. And then release around to the other side. And then come back to center. From here, hands on the shins, stretch the back long. Tuck the chin, hands on the thighs, roll up. Inhale, release the arms out, reach the arms up. Bring the palms together, exhale, palms to the heart. Let the body weight land. Let your fingertips come to the chest. In mountain pose, close the eyes. Lift the toes of the left foot, spread them out. Free up the toes. Let the big toe land. Let the second, third, fourth, and fifth toe land. Lift the toes of the right foot, fan them open. And then let the big toe land. Second, third, fourth, fifth toe land. Inhale, move side to side just a little bit. Now, let your shoulders get heavy. Let the elbows come really heavily to point down. Bring the palms a little bit lower to the heart space, to the chest. Now inhale, open the arms out and keep the shoulders open as you exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, open, exhale, palms to the heart. Now inhale, sweep the arms back and up. Exhale, palms to the heart. Now use the sound of the breath. Inhale, wide sweep. Exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, wide sweep. Exhale, palms to the heart. Stay here with your eyes closed for a moment. I want you to bring all your attention to your feet. I want you to let the feet land. So not tension, attention. So we don't want to have tension in the feet. We want to feel them land. So feel them. The toes, back of the toes, the ball of the foot, the heel. Let your knees relax. Shake them a little bit, shake them out. And let the weight of the legs land. Let your hips relax. Feel the weight of the hips resting on those soft legs and feet. Let your shoulders get heavy on top of that spine. Let your elbows be heavy. Now release the arms down, palms open, curl your fingers, and feel the heaviness of the knuckles as the shoulders are being pulled down. Let the crown of the head just float up a little bit to give more length to the neck. Take a deep breath in and let go of your weight. We don't have to hold the weight of the world on our shoulders. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Deep breath in and let it go. So we actually need a lot less than we think we do. We think we're more needy than we are. And we can actually have a very comfortable life with a lot less than we think we need. Can you see that? Can you envision that freedom in your mind? That maybe we don't need all the things that we think we need. And maybe we're perfectly fine right here in this space, in this moment, in this time. So let's open the eyes. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, palms to the heart. One more time, we'll end with the sound of Om. Inhale, sweep out and up. Om. Namaste, everyone.